WVOL, Berry Hill, Nashville. The views and opinions of the following show are those of the host and the host only, and not those of Heidelberg Broadcasting, its ownership, or management.
Welcome, welcome. Good evening, beautiful people. It is the time again here, Monday. We are super excited here at the RFD Talk. Welcome to RFD Talk, live here at WVOL, the mighty 147, Nashville's Heritage Radio Station. I am Robin F. David, and some of you know me as AKA RFD. I am in the house. Hello, hey, how are you? It's Monday evening again. I'm super excited to be here with you. And hello to August. It's our new month. We get a new beginning. August is a fresh beginning. It's a new day. So I'm super excited to be here with you all. Thank you for being here with me, listeners, viewers. I am excited today. Our topic today, let's talk about the topic. It's going to be about awakening the leader within. We're going to talk about that today because that's really something that has really provoked me to really think about what awoken the leader within me. And I want to share with you all a little bit of some of the ways that I felt like the leader in me was awoken. And so if you want to call in today, we definitely want you to call in to have this conversation here at the RFD Talk with us. And we here at RFD Talk, our mission is to bring simple understanding to complicated situations, taking the hard work out of self-care and self-love. That's what we do here every Monday evening at 6 o'clock at the top of the hour. We like to bring on information and help you move through this week and have a positive experience, even if you're having a complicated situation. And sometimes that happens in life. We have things that happen. And what we want to teach here is how to create a positive life and create more peace, more joy, and more happiness. So just a second, I'm getting a phone call already. We just got the show started. So get ready to call in. If you have to, we want you to call in at 615-227-1470. And call in with your questions if you have any. We would love to have you be a part of the conversation today. Yes, today is a great day. Again, I want to say this weekend has been a lot of fun for me. I was hanging out with my family. So now today I'm maybe still like in the space of awakening the leader within me, because once I had my grandkids this weekend, I really had this downtime with God to really think about this topic. So I really would like for you to call in and engage. I think I have a question. Let's see what the question is. RFD, hello, hi. Hello, hi. Thank you for viewing with me today. Welcome. Hello. Yes, I was with my family. I got to see my amazing children this weekend, and this smile that you see on my face, it's one of those things that happens to RFD when she gets to hang out with her children and her grandchildren. And you know how the Lord just sent those sudden blessings. And I had that opportunity to spend time with some of my grandchildren. They live out of state. A few of them live out of state. So I got together like 6 of them. And I am the grandmother of my 7 grandchildren. And so one of my grandsons wasn't there and one of my sons wasn't there. But it's okay. I know that they're well and I have FaceTime with them. But these group of kids that I got to hang out with this weekend really made me really take time to ask myself this question: what awakens the leader within you? And I think that that's what we're going to talk about today. Before we talk about the topic, I definitely want to mention my great, let's want to spotlight my sponsors. I want to thank my sponsors for always being there for me. And one of our sponsors is Shave Me Down. We like to spotlight Shave Me Down handmade body butter, which you can order your Shave Me Down, which I had ordered me some more Shave Me Down this week because I need some Shave Me Down body butter. You know, I talk about how much it makes my skin feel so good from within and out. And if you're watching, you notice that my skin is glowing, so I enjoy with my Shave Me Down. So you want to order you some, you can go onto the Facebook page. We're going to spotlight that Facebook page, or you can go to the email shavemedown06@gmail.com. Next spotlighted business. Tonight, we're going to spotlight the sponsor, Majestic Elegance Candle and Company. It's 100% soy wax candle, and it is toxin free. It is a wooden wick, and it burns so smoothly, and it smells like she has an amazing collection of fragrances. And I invite you to the website at livemajestic.com. So I want to thank my sponsors, and definitely want to ask you, if you are watching by YouTube, I will ask if you would just press the like button on here. Press your like button if you're on YouTube. Thank you for being a subscriber to the YouTube. If you are on the Facebook page, please share the Facebook page. Share the Instagram. Well, sometimes I'm on Instagram. I love Instagram as well. But definitely, I want you guys to tune in to the radio station as well. You can always listen to it on the stream from the radio station. But today, we are excited again because I have a fun topic. That's where we want to head to next. But also, before we go into that, I want to make sure we take a couple deep breaths, because before we go into the segment, I always like to take a deep breath before we go into what did the Lord say to RFD. I'm going to talk about that. And this week, I really have been super excited about a lot of things that the Lord has been saying to RFD. Like, I get up every morning and every day I'm meditating. And I'm asking him, how can I serve him more? How can I serve you, Lord? How can I serve you more? How can I serve my customers more? How can I serve my family more? How can I serve my friends more? How can I be more to serve and just give to my cup is empty? And I was like, because he's always filling my cup up. He's always telling me wonderful things like, this is the best day he's made, and I sure rejoice. And he's always providing. He's always making a way. And I definitely wanted to just give back. I was like, God, how do I give back more? How do I, worship you more with my life? So it's been really a fun, full week. I've been connecting with some amazing people this week, and I'm hoping, well, that was last week, but I'm hoping this week is just like last week because there was a lot of fun, sudden blessings that came a part of this week. And one of the things the Lord said to me was, there's a word that we use in the community sometimes when you've been through things, and we always say, I'm thriving, I'm surviving, right? We always are talking about how we're surviving, and we're surviving this and we're surviving. And I feel like that vibration was going along, people feel like they're just surviving. And the Lord said to me, and let's take a deep breath first before we talk about what he said to me. So if you had a trying day earlier today, or if you got things going on this week and you're really not, feeling it, you always just need to take a deep breath. It helps you center yourself and bring yourself back into present, and it makes you connect back with your own body and mind. So we're going to take a deep breath, and what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in peace. We're going to breathe in peace, and we're going to exhale We're going to exhale problem. So whatever the problem is, you just want to let it go. So letting it go. So we're going to inhale peace. And we're going to exhale the problem that you may have. Just let it go. I'm going to inhale harmony. Let's take your word. I like words, so you'll hear me use words. So we're going to inhale harmony. And we're going to exhale confusion. We're going to inhale prosperity. And we're going to exhale lack. We're going to let it go. We're going to let scarcity go. We're going to let those things go today. And the word that you'll hear me say, God and the Most High or Holy Spirit, those is what I refer to as my inner guidance and my spiritual connection. I use those words because that's what I relate to, Holy Spirit and the Most High. And what happens is, he says, this is the time to thrive, Robin. It's the time to no longer be in the mindset of just mediocre. Oh, mediocre me. Oh, pitiful me. I'm just surviving from day to day. I'm just surviving from check to check. No more surviving. You know how sometimes they say, I'm helping victims that are surviving. And I looked at how good God is to us, and I heard him say, it's time for people to know that they can thrive in life. You can thrive in life. You can have a thriving life. You can have a thriving business. You can have a thriving relationship. You can thrive in life. So the Lord said to RFD, it is time. It is our time to thrive. So remember that word this week when you're looking at certain things in your life. Decide to thrive. Decide to be a thriving person, a thriving relationship, a thriving parent, a thriving business person, because you deserve that. You know, life is about what we give ourselves and what we tell ourselves. And so give yourself the word thrive instead of I'm just surviving and I'm just making it, because a lot of great things are happening, even with in the midst of the things that we see that may look dark, it may look gloomy, it may look like it's not happening for you, but it's happening for everyone else. It can also happen for you. So, let's get to the topic, because I'm going to have a caller-in guest today, guys. I do have a caller-in guest today. So hold tight. You know, if you ever had, let me share a little bit about who I am again for those who may be just tuning in. I am a certified life coach. I'm the executive host of the RFD Talk. I am a speaker, facilitator, and I am a published author, a best-selling Amazon author. And what I do, I help women. What I do is I like to help women learn how to empower themselves and live in their truth. And how do I help women do that? Well, I like to help women that is dealing with loss and grief and brokenness, right? So if they're dealing with emotional imbalance, sometimes the trauma from their childhood, sometimes the trauma in their life, or what they're dealing with and not knowing how to manage their emotions, it keeps them sabotaging. So what I do is help women learn how to be confident, bold in life, and to thrive in life, right? How to live a positive, healthy life, a life where they feel they feel happy, they feel accomplished, right? So I help women with their forgiveness, learning how to forgive and learning how to feel empowered. So if you're a woman and you've been dealing with loss, grief, and you've been dealing with brokenness, and you're ready to reinvent yourself, and you're ready to thrive, and you're ready to live the life that you know that you're called to be, then you can reach out to me as a coach, and I would love to help you work through your process so that you can create the life that you really desire, right? because we all have dreams. And sometimes our dreams can get a little bit disturbed by our experiences in life. Sometimes we have those experiences that just try to mentally hold us in our minds and try to hold us there, and we don't know how to move forward. So, what a coach does as a certified life coach, some of you may not know what a life coach is. So, let me share with you what a life coach does. As your life coach, I would be your accountability partner. I will help you move through those days where you're feeling really like, life has happened to me. You just don't understand. Huh? I have experienced so many things. That's why loss, grief, and brokenness is what I'm specialized in, because I have probably experienced some of the loss that you may have experienced, and I may have even experienced some of the brokenness that you have experienced. But this is not about me finding out, what what it's about me accountable to you to help you know if I can get through it. That's what I want to say. If I can get through it, you can get through it, right? So if if the grace of God carried me through it, I know that His grace will carry you as well. So getting to the topic, we're going to talk about that. So I did share a little bit about who I am, and you can order your book from me. You can order a book from me. Here's my cover of the book, and I got some notes in here. It's a workbook. It's a journal. So the name of the book is Healing from the Inside Out. It's a 30-day journal, and it's a journey to wholeness. And what I like to think of myself as, I'm your wholeness activator. I like to disturb you in your comfort zone. When you're having that self-pity party, when you're just not feeling emotionally well, then I'm the girl to contact, because I'm telling you, you can move through those emotions and override those emotions. And some people say I'm a positive life coach. Well, positivity will keep you healthy. It will make you money, and it makes you align yourself. It helps you get alignment and purpose. So positivity is important. When I think about me, I do like to teach about positivity. Part of being your accountability partner is I would teach you learn how to affirm yourself and have a way of being positive conversation with yourself. My other book, now this is a collaboration. I'm just going to jump in here and share. It's called A Healthy, Abundant, and Wise. And in 2016, I was nominated as an Amazon bestseller, and it's a collaboration of amazing women. I got to bring some of these authors on, and this was really a gift from God to us, because most anthologies have to have 30 writers. We only had 20 writers, and this book went through the process because the contract laid there until we could get so many people to write, and then we became Amazon bestsellers. So you definitely want to read this story. It kind of tells you about the day that I had an awakening on that day. I had to rise to the occasion. The title is Rise to the Occasion, and I had to rise to the occasion on this day. So it's 1,800 words, and it tells you how and what I went through on the day that my youngest son, was shot with gun violence. So that story is written. I talked about it, and this book will tell you the story on that day and how it all unfolded. Now, I also want to talk about the upcoming season here on RFD Talk. So some new things coming. Are you ready, beautiful people? Are you ready? Are you ready? We're going to have a new season time coming forth. I appreciate all my viewers here at the station. I appreciate all the viewers, but we're going to be having a new time and day. RFD Talk is going to start coming. Doom, doom, da, doom. Mr. H, I'm about to put it out there. He said, all right, I can tell you guys. It's going to be on Tuesday mornings, 10 a.m. Your girl RFD, your girl, is going to be daytime radio podcasting. Whoop, 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 whoop. Daytime promotion. So, get ready for the morning RFD, okay? Because the evening RFD, sometimes it'd be a little something for me. I love 6 o'clock Monday, but it's dark, in the fall. So I want to be coming in the mornings because I don't want to come out to the station at night, and it starts so quick at 6 p.m. And then by the time I get home, it's so late, and that is not the best time to get home for a little lady like myself. I like to be. Thank you for joining. Yes, during daytime. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And so daytime is going to be a little different, but I got a great concept for my for the morning show, and I'm going to be bringing some new things in the daytime. So stay tuned, and I hope that you guys can always watch the replay, or you can always tune in to soon to be podcast, or you can listen to it later, so you guys can find me in the morning starting September. I haven't chose which Monday it's going to be just yet, so stay tuned to next week's show. I have to look at the schedule because I know the clock is going to be changing back, and I know the season is going to be changing. And I definitely want to look at which day in September, which Monday. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But probably in the next four to 5 weeks, it'll be a morning show, RFD Talk in the morning. Now let's see what my question, the breathing exercise earlier along. Oh, thank you. I'm so and fortifying. Thank you. I appreciate your comment. Yes, I decided to keep that. Um, the Holy Spirit had mentioned to me, the Most High had mentioned to me that because of who I am and breathing really, really changed my life. It's a part of the show now. Thank you so much for affirming that. I appreciate you. Thank you. I will definitely be using it again. I definitely want to do it in the morning time. I believe that breathing is really important to who I am, a healing coach and a wholeness coach. I believe that I have to remind people that the breath is an amazing gift. And sometimes we just forget that they're there, and it's just a part of who we are, and it connects us to our mind. It helps us think better. It helps us feel better in our body. So thank you. Now, we do have a guest waiting, but I definitely want to do this commercial, and then I'm going to come back with the guest. We're going to have the guest call in, and she's going to be a part of the topic tonight. But before I get her on, do you want to do the commercial now, Mr. H, or do you want us to wait? Let's do us a commercial, guys. So our RFD is going to take a commercial break. I'll be here live with you, YouTube and Facebook viewers, but listeners and all you guys tune in on the radio, definitely know that if you have questions, leave them. But let's do this commercial. Let's have a commercial break.
You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number.
We had a call. I told him to call back in 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Free offer.
That's what I was trying to text her there.
There's a guy.
A guy? Oh, okay. Okay. I appreciate my callers.
Remember, your results may vary. 800-221-2261. 800-221-2261. 800-221-2261. That's 800-221-2261. Are you in bad pain? You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number I'm about to give you. And to make things even better, call right now and find out about our buy one, get one free offer. We're so confident it'll work for you that we offer a free bottle with your purchase. No prescription required. Call now to learn how you can get Pain Magic and get rid of your pain. Remember, your results may vary. 800-221-2261. 800-221-2261. 800-221-2261. That's 800-221-2261.
Welcome back to RFD Talk, beautiful people. Good evening. Happy Monday night to you guys. It is a beautiful night here in the greater Nashville. We are super excited to have you guys. Now, our topic tonight. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate you. Thank you for ordering the Healing from Inside Out journal. I appreciate you. Thank you. And I definitely will be reaching out to you. I have to get in contact with you ASAP. You were on my mind. I appreciate your support. So thank you. Now, one of the things to talk about awakening the leader within. I'm going to quickly, before we get the caller on, I want to tell them about my little story.
Let me give you a loan.
Well, the caller is here now. The caller is
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. You got a caller. You want to put him on?
Oh, yes. We're going to welcome our caller.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. This is the RobinFdavid show?
Yes, it is.
Hi, RFD. I'm one of your biggest fans over here. I was listening to your opening and about, you thriving. I wanted to know, when did you begin that journey?
Now, say that one more time, please.
I said I wanted to know when you began the journey of thriving.
Oh, thriving. Thank you for answering that. I appreciate you calling in today, and we appreciate that question. So we have a caller in, and he just asked, he wants to know, when did I start thriving? I started thriving, it probably was in 2000, I want to say about 2007, 8. I had decided that I had survived a lot. 2015, unfortunately, I lost my youngest son to gun violence, but I knew that life had more to it. And I felt like surviving was just the medium, just the bottom, just getting by. And I decided to, I want to say probably maybe like 2018 to 2019, I came into this awakening that it's time to thrive. It is time to thrive. And I decided to change my language. When I started going to certain women's events where they would say, we're survivors of gun violence. And I was like, we were surviving before my youngest son was shot. And so I knew that it was time to change the language and to really focus on what thriving meant. Thriving meant having a wholeness about myself, having understanding that my life was more than just a survivor. It's more to life than surviving. So it was probably about between 2018 and 19 when I decided to thrive and not to survive, and not to just to be a survivor.
Thank you so much, RFD. Also, just want to put this out there that it's your oldest grandson, Colin.
Oh, I thought that was your voice, grandson. I was like, if I'm not mistaken, this voice sounds so. Thank you, grandson. So you were there right along with me when I decided to thrive.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for taking time. I really appreciate you, grandson, for calling in. So do you think that was about the time that I decided to thrive?
Yes. Okay, G, I'm in Nani house right now. We cooking, so I'll call you back.
Okay, I love you. Thank you for calling. That was my oldest grandson. I thought that was his voice initially, but I was like, is this little man sounding like my grandson a little bit? And he wanted to know, when did I decide to thrive? Well, he's been there all that time with me, so I guess I got that question answered right. You enjoyed it, Stephanie. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate you. So I have another caller coming in, and what we're talking about is awakening the leader within. And I appreciate him answering that question to start on the topic, because when I went through this experience in 2015, I remember God showing me that my life had did a flat line. It was a flat line. I could decide to rise to the occasion, or I could flatline. That's what God showed me. It was like flatline. And I told myself, God said to me, the Lord said to me, what are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to flatline or are you going to choose to live? And at that point, I had to make a decision. I had to decide to believe in myself. So one of the quotes that I had today that came with this title was believe you can, and you're halfway there. And that was Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt made that quote, believe you can, and you're halfway there. And that's what I had to do. I had to believe that I was there, and I was halfway there. Hold on, please. I got another call. It's a great day.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, Miss Robin.
Hello.
Sharon Gordon.
Hello, Sharon Gordon.
Ohio, in Nashville, though, right now.
Turn your radio down, ma'am. Go ahead.
And so we're waiting for our guest to
Okay, is that better?
Yes, that's better.
Well, welcome, Sharon Gordon. Welcome to the RFD Talk, and thank you, Sharon Gordon, for calling in. We are happy to have you call in today. Our topic today is Awaken the Leader Within, and I was just sharing with the listeners and the viewers a little bit about myself and how the leader within me rose to the occasion. And so one of the things I was telling them before you called in, I was saying something about, believing in yourself. That's one of the steps I tell the listeners, that part of thriving and living a life of awakening the leader within will take you to believe in yourself. What do you think about that, Sharon Gordon?
Go ahead, ma'am.
I'm sorry, but I'm looking at her and I'm trying to listen at the same time, so I'm getting all confused. But can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You're going to have to...
So I'm not going to look at you.
Yeah, that's why I said you are not going to be able to do that.
First of all, I want to say how proud I am of you, Rob. I'm a fan.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
And I feel as though when you're going through some things, and you never know what that next step is going to be, or if there's going to be a next step. And I think that your spirituality has to be that core. You have to have a foundation.
I definitely agree with you. One of the first chapters in my work.
I just think that you have to have something to fall back on, which is why I also think it's so important to, raise your children with spiritual awareness, so that if you're not around, they have something to fall back on. But like you said earlier, it comes down to, okay, am I going to either thrive, or I'm just going to lay here and die? You have to make a decision, and really it's not an option. So I think finding your why, I think you always have to keep in mind, what is my why, because that will keep you going when nothing else will. I know that's what has worked for me, being in business, up and down, things, good weeks, bad weeks, good months, good years, bad years. And so the thing that always has to be consistent, though, is what is your why.
Absolutely. I love that. That is a great suggestion to our listeners, to have a why. And I like what you have mentioned about foundation. One of the things I put in my workbook, which I may revise my workbook in the future, but that is definitely what we're talking about, foundation. My first chapter talks about foundation. And you definitely have to have some type of foundation. And again, I am a believer of the Bible, and the Bible is a lot of the things that I will talk from. But I also believe that there's a spiritual awakening that you have between you and God, and your learning from the Bible and the teachings in the Bible become the guiding steps to your life, right? That's what you mean by a foundation.
Agreed.
I believe that's what and then your why. You definitely have to have a why. I agree with you. And when I talk about believe, I like to tell the listeners, or I'm saying, Sharon Gordon, to the listeners, is the be. Just be. Learning to be is one of the things that becomes an awakening for the leader within you, because you have to learn to be what the Bible says and be what the Spirit is telling you that you are. And that's a transformation that starts from within. So that, to me, also awakens the leader within. A foundation, having a why, learning to be. Be is believe is, the word starts with be. So be is in front of leave, right? So be and leave the other stuff behind. RFD have a way of her own understanding to words. So that word to me means be and then leave the other things behind. So
yeah, because at some point you have to just concentrate on you when you're going through, just so that you can be well enough for others.
Yes.
And it's hard also when you're in leadership to maintain your leadership when you're going through. You know what I mean? I think for me the thing also has been to just say, okay, this is not even about me. There's other folks, and I think when I started concentrating on other folks, whether it was my team, if I shut down, what happens to the team? If I close up business, what happens to the team? Again, giving me another why or some more whys until I was strong enough to pull myself through. I think those things help too. And then people like yourself having a good system around you at all times. I think through COVID, we just came through a whole pruning, right? So we were able to figure out who was in our corner, who was not in our corner. And I think having that availability of good people that love you no matter what, good, bad, ugly, and indifferent, are also key. But we don't want to pull them out when we just need them. We need to stay, in contact with folks that are important to us. But thank you so much. I'm gonna definitely have to get your journal and your book, because we have peaks and valleys all the time. So I definitely want to get that in my library.
Oh, well, we definitely will happy to make sure you have one of those, Sharon Gordon. We are super excited you are here in Nashville. To tell the guests a little bit about who you are now that you are here in Nashville.
Oh, this was your show. I wasn't trying to do all that. But I am excited to be in Nashville. Nashville is home to me. And so to be in the area and able to expand my business here. And again, when you talk about the leader in you, it's, when expanding this business here, bringing it home is a lot. But I'm excited about it because, again, what am I able to bring to the community? How am I able to put something out? So when I don't feel like it, things like that, things like this, keep you going and strengthened. So, launching the media platform here in Nashville, Urban Trendsetters, and all that we do, I'm just really excited to be back again at home as an adult, and really navigating the city. I'm looking forward to networking with everyone here. So yeah, and I can't wait. You and I have to hit the streets soon and see what's out here. I'm just excited.
Well, I'm excited to know that you're back into Nashville. Welcome back to Greater Nashville. We are happy to have you and look forward to the services that you'll be offering our community and beyond. So we are super excited to have you on the show tonight. Now, I was just, like I said, sure to guess you can hang out as long as you like, but one of the things we're talking about tonight is awakening the leader within. We have a person on the phone now. But Sharon, some of the things that I have wrote down, I want to make sure the listeners hear, is you had to know and make, like you said, make a decision. That's one of the first things you have to decide, that you are a leader. If you heard Sharon say, you have to have that why too. You have to have You had to know that you were born leader. And when I was thinking about this topic, I thought about myself as a kid. I knew that I was a born leader, right? But there was a lot of rough in the diamond in me that I went through, and I'm sure you did too, Sharon, as a media, a person in media and business and servicing others. A lot of difficult experiences and rough times, and so you had to decide, no matter what those experiences are, that you are a leader, right? So making that decision that you're willing to be great, those one of the things that I had to do. Was that something that you also had to experience, Sharon, is being willing to be great?
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. So being willing to be great is important. So one of the things I practice is, awakening the leader within me is I practice telling myself every day I can, right? So you have your goals. You make your goals for a year. You might make them for 90 days. You might only make 30-day goals, because this is what my journal is about. Start at 30 days. Sometimes you just got to get through the first 30 days of, awakening the leader within. And once you start waking that leader up for 30 days, right? And telling yourself, I believe in myself, I can, I can was my first thing. I remember, just saying, I can get up out the bed. I can, look myself in the mirror. I can forgive myself. And then I also decided that I can forgive those who offended me, right? So I can move through those experiences. So you got to have that I can every day, right? So, and so that then you move. Right. So then you move into I am willing, right? So I tell the guests, you can tell you got to be willing to love yourself. You got to be willing to get your business out there. You got to be willing to be a leader. You just have to say, I am willing to be a leader. And that takes, it takes courage. When I look over my life and I got my first anthology done, and I remember when I sent the contract in, and I said, them 1,800 words, and I didn't even know we are going to be best-selling Amazoners. I really didn't know, because when I got it edited, and then I sent it in, and I just, I was like, okay, Lord. Then we watched the numbers, and I was in the collective group of amazing women, and then we got the bestseller, and I was like, whoa, right? And I was thinking, people are going to know my business, right? Because you got to be willing to share. You got to be willing to be vulnerable. You got to do,
be authentic.
Yes, you got to be willing to be authentic. You got to be willing to be in your own lane, right? This is what awakening the leader looks like, right? So, there was days where, I had to decide those things. So then I became, right? I remember having to surrender to God, being still every day. And every day in the beginning was not easy at all, being still, right? Because awakening that leader, you got to really sit there and let God show you your ugly stuff, right? Your ugly stuff is going to come up. And these are the things that you got to be willing to give to God. You got to be willing to say, okay, you're with me every day. And I'm not going to pick up that candy bar today and eat 4 of them. I'm going to work out. You got to be willing to awaken that leader in you. Awakening the leader takes courage. It takes courage to cut back on your candy. It takes courage to get up every morning and put your business out there and share with other people. It takes courage. So being still is one of the things I recommend, sharing. Being still for me, and breathing techniques and breathing Christian meditation for my Christian listeners. But you can also just listen to just jazz or music. You just want to listen to your breath. You want to sit and just be quiet and let your thoughts just run away. And eventually you'll be able to tune out certain messages, and you'll be able to clean your whole thinking pattern up. That's one of the things I tell people. Meditation really changed the game for me as a leader. It awakens me. And it put me in a place of really, driving my own life and collaborating and aligning myself with God. I became, once I realized I can guard my own thoughts. That was a powerful place for me, and God came. And that was a practice of me just sitting and breathing and you practice it every day. You got to make a commitment to awakening the leader within you. This is a commitment, right? So it's just not going to happen overnight. And then also, you got to be proud of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is, in my life, it was chaotic. I had a lot of trauma. I had an unfulfilled marriage. I was not in tune to, really giving myself the best. So sometimes I had to forgive myself because I don't even know if I was giving my kids the best version of me. And so being willing to forgive myself was a process I do every day. I still do. Some days I tell myself, you know what, I forgive you, Robin. You have to be willing to look in the mirror and say, I forgive you, Robin, because you wasn't paying attention when your son or your daughter said this and you didn't hear them. Because the important thing that I find in relationships is you got to be willing to listen to people as you're growing to this awakening the leader within you. And I had a whole lot of experience with not always being present. So breathing brought me present. And then I started to manage, I was able to manage my goals in business and manifest my business a lot better. And so with that being happening, being willing to forgive yourself and then being committed to your calling, being committed to your purpose, right? So you want to be committed to your dreams, your vision, your family, your thriving life. You want to be committed. And so, okay, but we lost this caller, but it's okay. So what happens is you want to be committed, and sometimes we don't understand what the word committed means. You have to be committed to your calling. You have to be committed to your purpose, and so you want to remember these things when it comes to awakening the listener. And we're going to do another small commercial, and I'm going to come right back. I'm going to do one from here, and we're going to take a few break. This last break, I think it's going to have one more break. I think our caller's phone dropped, but it's okay. We were happy to have all of the callers today. Sharon Gordon, and we also have my surprise call from my grandson. It's okay, Sharon. She texted. She said she didn't mean to hang up. It's all well. But yeah, so for me, when I think of awakening the leader within, it's going to be, one thing you need to do is you need to believe in yourself. Second thing you need to do is you need to be willing to believe in yourself and willing to be great, willing to follow your dreams, willing to forgive yourself, willing to help other people, and willing. And so that's one of the things. And then we talked about being proud of yourself. And once you start surrendering yourself to God and being still, that was number 3. And number 4, being proud of yourself. Once you start seeing your savings account growing, or your business growing, or you get the book completed, or you get your first paid speaking gig, or you get your business cards, or you got your LLC, you be proud of yourself. You get your 501c, you be proud of yourself. So you should appreciate each time that you see that you are now you are awakening the leader within. When you start seeing your bills get paid easily, or you start seeing your relationships become healthy, then you appreciate yourself. You should celebrate yourself. I think sometimes we forget to celebrate ourselves. We celebrate everybody else. We always are, on there, giving them fan high five up. But don't forget to celebrate yourself. Remember those celebrate those small victories. That is a part of awakening the leader within. So let's take this quick break. We're going to take a little break. I have a video that I'd like to show you guys. I think it's maybe about a couple minutes. So let me find this video. And it is from one of my dear friends who have invested in RFD Talk. She's invested in me with prayer. She's invested with me in many things. So I definitely am so honored to have this beautiful
Hello, hello. My name is Daria Dillard Stone. Do you really know who you will be after you finish the STAR program? You will no longer think that you have to compare yourself to others. No, you won't. There's no way you're going to ever think that you're not enough, that you're not of value. Your thinking will completely change with this program. And then you will begin to say things like, I am somebody. I am worth investing in. And you will begin to say things that are powerful, things that are worthy, things that are beautiful, things that affirm you. You affirm you when nobody else does. You will begin to feel empowered. You will begin to take away all the excuses that you were using to keep you from going to the edge that you were afraid of. You will no longer be afraid. You won't be afraid of naysayers. You won't be afraid of family members, because you will feel powerful. You will feel encouraged. You will feel empowered. I would like to say you might become somebody you haven't met yet. She's in there. He's in there. But for some reason, for years, maybe it's just been for days, you've never let that someone, that new person that you've been fighting to become, you've never let them come out to play.
Welcome back to RFD Talk. I am your host. Hey, beautiful people. It is Robin F. David, RFD. I am here with you this evening, and we're about to round this show up. It's been such a pleasure every evening that I come, every Monday evening that I get to come here. It's the best part of my week. So I'm sending you this love and light today because I want you to think about what do you do each and every day that will awaken the leader within? See, a within is a within job. And one of the things, mastering self-mastery is what I like to say. You know, some would call me a healing coach. Some would call me a self-care coach. But it's really mastering yourself, right? Mastering that peace of mind. What I do is I like for people to know how to create more peace, more harmony in your relationships, more harmony in your life, more joy in your life. Just being happy, right? From the inside out. But it's an inside work, right? I remember being in my rat race of life, chasing all that for the outside, wanting to do everything society wanted me to get married young and have children, start a business. Been on this path called life. But I was just surviving. And then I realized that we're called to a greater things. God is with us always. He never leaves us. He never forsakes us. He's omnipresent, right? And he's a powerhouse, right? That's your super version. That the super powerful version of yourself. Just let it awaken. And don't apologize, right? I remember being the naive and I didn't have boundaries. I would allow people to take advantage of my kindness, right? But now, I definitely right away know how to tell you, no, I'm not interested. And I have a voice now. I can speak up for myself. I am not afraid of conflict. And I totally see life in a total different way. And because it's about you really understanding who you are. You are created in the I am. And that's when after so many days, you do your 30 days in your journey. You're in the 30-day journey with me, working with me as your coach, Coach RFD. What I do is I teach people the I can. I teach women the I can, I will, and I am. And that's when you become a thriving leader. That's when you be a leader that's living from the inside out. You are the image of your Father. You are abundance. You are peace. I am a thriving businesswoman. I am a thriving mother. I am a thriving grandmother. So that's when you become the I am. So that's what awakening is. You're awakening to your spiritual self. You start to look within and you start to know that supernaturally you can do all things. Supernaturally, you can have the life that you plan and desire. You don't have to live life on default. When you first get your cell phone is on a default. It's on that ringer that everybody in the grocery store's ringers on. So everybody looking like, is that my phone? Is that my phone? But then when you find out who you is, the I am that you are, and you become the awakening as the leader within you, become the awakening. You don't want your phone to be sound like the other person's, because yours is ringing about some money, right? Getting your coins, you getting your bags, your assets are growing. This is a business call, right? This is so you wanted to ring a little different. And then be like, the God in me. That used to be my ringer. The God in me. That's so fresh. The God in me. I played that ringer off because I didn't want mine to be on default. I needed people to know when that phone run, RFD phone run, it was the God in her. Thank you, Stephanie. Right. That's where I was with that. You wanna be one in one. You wanna be on alignment with your purpose. You deserve to allow the leader that wakes in you. Right. Don't be. I'm in the Millionaires Club. Right. I'm in the Millionaires Club, and it's Dr. Jewel Tanker. She is my first lady over at Destiny Center. And just last week, I was in the Millionaires Club, and we were having a meeting about, being thriving business women. And one of the things she told me, we talked about, you got many gifts, right? You have many gifts. And so you are a person that has more than one gift that you want to share to the world. You can work on one thing at a time, I always say. But that one thing will open up many avenues for you. Don't be afraid to walk into those avenues, right? Don't be afraid to allow the other door to open up to another door. Like, I started as a nail technician, which is my trade, but I became an educator. And once I started facilitating as an educator, then I knew the speaking in front of people and facilitating, that's my gift. I'm a teacher. I was like, that's my gift, And I was like, okay, God, I love it, right? So and then what do your gift do? Was your gift going to put you in as a storyteller? Is your gift going to make you a minister? Well, my gift allowed me to be a life coach because I love the marketplace. And now, not against anything about, people who are ministers. I just was called to the marketplace, right? I started as a nail tech. That's my pulpit. I get to meet women one-on-one, right? They get to telling me RFD, and then RFD get to going like, you know what the Lord said to RFD. Then the Lord will tell them. Then I'll tell them something. They'll be like, "Robin, that's exactly what I needed." I gave them a shot of spiritual awareness, right? Right then, so I'm like, Lord, I'm doing this one-on-one. These one-on-one powerful one-on-ones. And then I was like, I became an educator for one company, one major factory. Then I became an independent contractor. So things just open up, and you just got to walk in them, right? You got to just to tell yourself, I am deserving, I am worthy, and I'm living life boldly. You have to decide that you deserve it, and that it's okay to allow yourself to have, what I was telling about Dr. Jewel, she was like, you are girls, you are girls with more than one, she said, y'all are 10 gift, I had it in my mind, God. It was like, we are women with we have 10 gifts, right? So women look at you like, well, how can you do all that? People look at you like, how can you be the CEO of the Golden Foundation? And how are you doing that? And you got 5 children. You can do it all when you sit still, when you believe God, when you decide to look within and get the answers. Be aware that your mind and body and soul is one active person. You. You are a leader. You're amazing. You were called to dominate. That's who you are. That's who you are on this earth. You have kingdom business. You have an assignment. So aligning yourself with your purpose is who you are. So I hope tonight that you will be willing and you are now able to say, I am a leader, and be happy to be an awoken leader, right? So that you can spread your love, spread your happiness, and that's what the world needs more of. We need you to be awaken the leader within, so we can see a change in our world and we can be the change in our world. So I'm RFD. I am here to inspire you to embrace, love, and nurture yourself as you do unto others. We'll do this again next week on Monday at 6 p.m. Please tune in, tell a friend. I appreciate you. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. And the word for this week is thrive. You're no longer a survivor. You are thriving. Awaken the leader within. RFD, I'm out. I'm out, RFD.
WVOL, Berry Hill, Nashville.
All right.
All right. We're out. Have a great night. Thank you, guys.